Hi guys, welcome back to the Alpha Total Channel. My name is Prime and today I'm going to share with you guys a quick story. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you guys 3 different times I got robbed in Jamaica growing up. And of course, gun is involved. Let's get into this story. So this was a Sunday. I think I was about 10 years old or something like that. A lady, she lived on my street. She gave me like 400 Jamaican dollars. That's about like $4 or $3 back then. So she gave me the money and she said, Romain, go to the store and buy X, Y, and Z for me. So she gave me the money. It was a Sunday, and you know, on Sundays in Jamaica, that's like Thanksgiving. Every Sunday, that's when people, you know, cook the best meal. You can smell it in the community. Everyone is cooking their best. You know what I mean? So Sundays, Jamaica is like a sacred day. People go to church and stuff like that. It's a quiet day and people normally cook the best meal. So this lady on my street, she gave me the money and she said, go to the store and buy these items for me so I can cook. And you know, she would have given me some of the food because, you know, in my community, everybody know everyone and all the kids know the elders. And this lady, she was an elderly lady. I think she was about 60 something at this point, but she looked out for me and she respected me as a young man growing up. I was about 10. So she sent me to the store and I went to the store with the money. And when I went to the store was crowded. And you know, the store was crowded, so I'm there in the back and there wasn't any line because in Jamaica, everyone we're just jam-packed into the store and everyone is shouting what they want. And you have like 4 or 5 person in the store serving us and everyone is just, he'll send me £3 of this and £2 of that, rice, flour. It's just chaos in there. You guys go to a Jamaican store, you will know. So everyone is there shouting their order, and I'm in the back as a little kid, you know, a little boy. Sitting on my feet, I just had my shorts and my shirt. You know, I'm at the store and I'm waiting to see if, you know, I could get through. And then this man saw me and he said, what are you trying to do? You trying to order something? And I say, yeah, I'm trying to order, but you know, I'm just waiting so I could get in. It's too crowded in there. And he said, oh, I see. And he said, can you do me a favor? Go over to the bar down the street down there and tell my sister to give you a bag for me because I forgot the bag and I will order for you. What are you buying? Give me the money. I will order for you. And when you come with the bag, I will have your stuff ready. And I said, which bar? And he said, the bar down there. Go down there and tell my sister to send me a bag. Because in Jamaica, you have to carry your own bag to the store whenever you're going to buy your grocery. So I said, okay. So me thinking I'm gonna get through real fast. I give the man the money and my bag and tell him to order for me. I can't remember what I was ordering, maybe chicken, I don't know. So I gave him the money, the $400, and I went to the bar to go see his sister. So when I went to the bar to go see his sister, it's about 2 blocks away. I pulled up to the bar, I went in there, I saw a bartender, she's serving some guys. And I said to her, hey, your brother said you should give me a bag. He's at the store. And the lady said, I don't have a brother. And I'm like, yeah, the man down by the store, he's wearing a blue shirt. I don't remember what shirt he was wearing. I'm just saying blue shirt for the story. I said, the man down by the store, he's wearing a blue shirt. Your brother, he sent me over here for a bag. And she said, boy, I don't have a brother. And then she turned and started serving back the guys at the bar. And she's not paying me any attention at this point. And I'm standing there looking at her. I'm like, this lady, she gotta be crazy or something. What does she mean she doesn't have a brother? The guy sent me to her. So I'm like, all right. Maybe she doesn't have a brother. So I went back to the store, you know, walking back to the store. When I get to the store, I didn't see the guy. I'm looking for the guy. And at this point, you know, I'm starting to panic and a whole bunch of shit. I'm looking across the street. I look up the other street. I didn't see him. I'm there for like 20 minutes just looking. I'm starting to shake a whole bunch of shit. I'm like, damn, where is this guy? And a lady, she was watching me. And she said, young man, what's the matter with you? And I said, I gave this man my money to order for me. He sent me to the bar to his sister to go get a bag. And the lady said she doesn't have any brother. I know I come back here for my money and, you know, my stuff that he was going to order for me or my money, and he's not here. And the lady said, young man, you got robbed. I said, really? She said, yeah. You should never give anyone your money when you come to the store. Your parents send you to the store. Don't give anyone your money. And I'm worried. I'm like, it's not my parents, it's this lady. She said, it doesn't matter if it's who. You don't give anyone your money when you come to the store. You order what you want, you go home. You got robbed. So when she tell me that, no, you know, a tear started to come out of my eye. I'm like, shit, my grandma, she's gonna kill me, because the lady that sent me to the store, she will tell my grandmother, and my grandmother, she'll whoop my ass, definitely. So a tear started coming down, and the lady said, don't cry, young man. Because remember, I'm 10 years old. She said, don't cry. And she said, here is some money, and she gave me like $500. Man, and I went into the store and all of my shit, man. I was frank because I know I was gonna get my ass whooped by my grandma. And that's how I got robbed. And I learned my lesson that day. Another time I got robbed, I think I was about, 12 years old at this point, maybe 13. I think I was going to high school, my first year in high school. Man, this robbery, I got robbed with a gun. I got robbed at gunpoint. So I was going to school, right? I think I was in halfway through. It was early in the morning because school starts at like 7:30 in the morning. So I'm up early. I'm going to school early. It's my first year and shit. So I'm going early, and the sun didn't rise as yet. So it's kind of still dark out. And you know Jamaica. Jamaica is a dangerous country. Jamaica ranked like in the top 5 for murder in the whole region all the time. They even come first some of the time. So in Jamaica, there's a lot of guns, a lot of murder. I mean, depending on the book you read about Jamaica, you might read the good stuff. But there's another book where there's a whole bunch of shit that goes on in Jamaica. So I was in halfway through, the sun didn't come up as yet, and this guy backed me into a corner and he said, yo, give me your lunch money. And I'm like, what? And he pulled out his gun, he put his gun into my chest. I'm telling you, man, up to this day, I can still feel that gun sometimes. You know what I say, PTSD and shit, man. Guy put the gun in my chest and he pushed me up to the wall and he said, yo, give me your lunch money. And I went into my pocket and I gave him like $100, to be honest with you. That's all I had because, I don't have money. My family, we didn't have money like that. So I gave him like $100 and shit. And the gun is still by my chest and he was like, oh, this is all you have? And I said, yeah, I'm on the lunch program at school. I get a ticket from the guidance counselor and I get like half off on the lunch. I don't have any more. And he was looking at me and the gun is in my chest, man, at this point still, because he backed me in the corner. And he said to me, where are you from? I'm thinking now, and I know where I'm from is a very dangerous place. If I mention that place, he'd probably pull the trigger. So I know growing up, never tell anyone outside where I'm from. So I tell him I'm from Portmore, Jamaica. Portmore is back then is a nice community. Some parts of Portmore now is kind of violent, but back then everywhere in Portmore is like nice area. If you're from there, you're not in violence. The gun is still in my chest, as you can see. And once you're from Portmore, the shooter normally will just let you go because you're not from somewhere where he's in beef with. So he said, where are you from? And I said, I'm from Portmore. And then he looked at me and he was looking at me. And then he said, yo, make sure you have more money than this next time. I said, okay, man. And I'm telling you, man, I was scared as a mug, man. I'm not going to tell you I was there acting tough and everything. I was shaking. Gun is in my chest. And I looked at the gun, it's an ugly gun, man. You can see that gun do a whole bunch of shit. It got scraped all over it. You can see it's peeling a whole bunch of shit. And then he took the gun out of my chest and then he put it back into his pants. And then he turned around and walked away. And then I was there like, damn, man, I just got fucking robbed. And then after I get robbed, my day was normal, to be honest with you, because it was cool to go tell people that I got robbed and shit like that. I had the gun in my chest and everything, and it was like a big joke. And I'm accustomed to gun. I've seen gun before. Where I'm from is very bad. I'm from one of the worst places in Jamaica, so I'm kind of used to it. And to have a story that I got robbed was kind of cool and shit like that, to be honest with you. And I got robbed a second time. And a third time I got robbed, I think I was about 16 years old. I just got a debit card. They came to my school and they gave out, we can sign up for debit card. So I got my first debit card in high school. I put my little money on it and shit like that. Because in high school, I make a lot of money in high school. Who knows me in high school know that I make money in high school. You know what I mean? I'm one of them guys in high school. Money coming in, you know what I mean, from all different sorts. I can't say, but I make money in high school. Not by doing drugs or any shit like that, because my high school was, one of my schools, top high school in Jamaica. So one night I was leaving school now, after basketball training, because I think basketball training we were deep down into the league, so we trained, long sessions and shit. So the night came down and I was going home, me and my friends, and then they went their way, I went my way. So I was in a place called Crossroad in Jamaica. So I went to Crossroad now and I went in to the ATM. Because there's an ATM machine. I opened the ATM door, went inside the ATM, to pull some money. I think I wanted $1,000. $1,000 is like $10 back then. So I went inside there and I pulled $1,000, I put it in my little wallet that I have, and then I come out the ATM. I was in my school uniform because after basketball training, and I put on my school uniform and shit. So I step out the ATM, and as soon as I step out the ATM machine, two guys walk up to me, and one guy had his hand under his shirt like he's holding a gun, you know what I mean? And I can see like he's holding something, to be honest with you. And I know Jamaica is a terrible place. Chances are he has a gun. So he said to me, yo, give me the money you just pulled. And what I did, I didn't even say nothing. I just went in my pocket, gave him $1,000, and he take it from me and he was looking at me. And I was looking at his, hand under his shirt, trying to see if it's a gun or not. Because, if it's not a gun, I might have to fight these two guys. And it's two, I can fight two. You know what I mean? But I didn't take any chances, any risk. I just said, all right. I gave them the money, and the two guys, they took the money and they walk away. And the two guys, they look like they're crackheads, to be honest with you, because real hitters in Jamaica ain't gonna stick up a school kid like that. I mean, some of them do, but real hitters in Jamaica, they have money and shit. So to stick up a school guy coming out of an ATM, maybe they're hungry and shit and just wanted to rob me that night and go buy their crack or whatever they wanted to buy. But they robbed me, bro. And when they robbed me and walked away, I was walking, and when I turned the corner, I saw the police station. I'm like, shit, the police station is right here. And they're just around the corner. I just got robbed. So I'm like, I run into the police station. I'm like, yo, I just got robbed. The two guys, one is in a red shirt, one is in a blue shirt. I don't remember the shirt, to be honest with you, but for the story, I'm just giving you an example. I'm like, two guys just robbed me around the corner. One is in a red shirt, one is in a blue shirt, and two cops deploy right away. One went that way, one went the other way, and they out there for like 30 minutes. Then, still nothing. And then after an hour, I heard on the radio, they said they didn't find anyone, they didn't see anyone. And then the cop at the station said, yo, they didn't see anyone. I said, yeah, I heard it on the radio. And he said, yo, you could go home. I said, all right, man. And then he stopped like he was about to give me $1,000. And then he said, you know what? I'm not even gonna give you $1,000. In life, you just have to learn and experience some stuff sometimes. And you got robbed. You have your life right now. That's the greatest thing. They didn't kill you. It is what it is, man. Just know that you got robbed. And he didn't give me any money. So compared to when I was a kid and the lady, I was about to cry and she gave me money and shit. This cop, when I was older, now about 16 years old, he was like, I'm not even gonna give you any money. You have to experience some shit sometime, but it is what it is. And I'm like, all right, bet. I went home. So that's a quick little story, guys, of 3 times I got robbed in Jamaica. I'm sure I got robbed more than 3 times. I got robbed in group before. Guys come down on the group, rob people and shit like that. But those are just 3 of the times I got robbed in Jamaica, 3 different age. And if you guys like that story, you will definitely like this one. So go ahead and check it out.